you guys hype these political pundits or these journalists and make them seem like they're top tier. And they're absolutely are not. Because let me tell you this, Kara Swisher had the nerve to say that Kamala Harris is two-faced. Now, there's a clip that she posted on her Instagram of her having a conversation with this guy. He's irrelevant, so I don't care about his name. But anyway, she posted this clip basically calling Kamala Harris two-faced because she laughed off record, but when they were on stage, she didn't laugh. She had a more serious tone, and she even claimed that Kamala was yelling at her. Man, let's go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to this video. I am sick of these people. All right, you guys, here we go.
Incisive. I mean, I just had an experience with Kamala Harris where we were joking about something backstage about Robert Kennedy Jr. Circumcision and autism, the link. He was making a link, which is not there. And it was so weird. It was like, oh, that's so fucking strange. And then when I got on stage and mentioned it, because it had just been in the news, right? And she looked at me dead and said, "This is nothing to laugh about." And she had just laughed about it. And then she went into this sort of high-handed kind of thing where she was like yelling at me for like even asking the question. I was like, I'm going to kill you. I literally can't believe you just did that, which was interesting. And I thought it was a real insight.
I sometimes get the sense that she doesn't realize her political career is over. And
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I was like, this, where's the person backstage who just had a very insightful comment about this? Like, it was really an interesting well, people didn't
perhaps telling about her electoral performance.
Yeah, I was like, be the person backstage, because that's the person who gave a great answer, actually. One of the things you also do, which I think is interesting, is you summarize.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there because I actually have the clip, and it's funny because Kara could have just referred back to her video where she asked Kamala Harris about this, and the way that she's saying it did not go down that way. So let me tell you that. But secondly, also, yes, when Kamala Harris is behind the scenes, of course she's going to be all like, oh, well, that's stupid or whatever. But when she's on stage speaking to people during her book tour, trying to sell a book, yeah, she's going to have a different answer. And honestly, to tell you the truth, even with me saying that, I'm actually wrong because Kamala didn't have, quote unquote, a different answer. Like, the answer basically went into more detail, but she said what she said because you actually said, Kamala said, oh my God. You didn't talk about how she laughed or anything like that. And I have the clip here to prove that. Because again, what these people will do will, be one way. And then when they get on their little shows, they'll be a completely other way. So if anything, you calling Kamala Harris two-faced, Kara, you're actually two-faced as well. So here we go. And please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Here we go, you guys.
About Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s link between circumcision and autism today. And literally she goes, what? Do your reaction again.
Well, here's the thing, Kara. I mean,
she said what? Not, oh my God, I apologize about that.
In all seriousness, and many of you know my background, and you also know that I am the daughter of a mother who was a scientist. And my mother had two goals in her life: to raise my sister and to end breast cancer. And my mother, when we were growing up, used to go to this place that Maya and I only knew as Mommy is going to this place called Bethesda. Because you see, my mother was an advisor at NIH. And she would leave us in the Bay Area to go to NIH to work with scientists who have as their goal to alleviate pain and to uplift the human condition. And when I see what these people are doing right now to end the war on cancer, to deny science and fire scientists, Kara, it's personal for me.
Yeah.
It's personal for me.
Mhm.
And I can't laugh at it because, like so many of you who have known people who suffer because of unknown diseases or cancers for which there are no cures, or there is the beginning of, but more work that needs to be done for the cure. What they are doing to push misinformation and lies at the highest level of government, it's criminal. And people will die because of what they're doing. I can't laugh about that. I'm sorry. It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. Is what during
So one thing, she didn't yell at her. She didn't yell at her at all. She was talking to the audience, basically letting them know, like, yo, this is serious. It is not a joke. Whether she giggles, smirk, or whatnot backstage does not make a difference. When she's talking to the people, she letting them know, like, yo, this is effed up. It is. Because they have fired scientists. The measles, all those different diseases that we thought were gone and over with, they're coming back. They're making it so, not even the COVID shot, but vaccines in general, kids don't have to get those anymore. So with that being said, the diseases are rising again. Stuff that we had already, I don't want to say eradicated because it's still around, but in a way we thought this stuff was going to be extinct. Like, people aren't getting sick like this. Like, cases were very rare. Now cases are becoming very common and people are dying from this stuff. Like, it's serious out there. And so for Kara to try to take that moment and make it like, oh, well, she laughed backstage and she was two-faced and she was this and that. And it's all like, that's not what I got from this at all. I didn't get that she was two-faced. She is speaking to a crowd of people. She is speaking to the American people. And on top of that, was she just supposed to laugh and be like, ha, 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 that's so funny? No, when you have an idiot in charge of the health department, like, it's a little scary that you have an idiot in charge. And everybody is a DEI hire at the Trump administration. DEI, it also stands for didn't earn it. And these people didn't earn it. If you can be a Fox News host and then have a job in the administration, that's a huge issue. And I'm not apologizing about that. That's an issue. You are unqualified for the job. And we're honestly seeing that from the Pete Hegseths, the Kristi Noems, all RFK. We're seeing that these are highly unqualified people in these jobs. And so with Kamala giving a more detailed answer and saying like, hey, well, I can't laugh. Maybe initially she did laugh at it. I'm not going to take that because I wasn't in the backstage with you. But we're having an off-record conversation, and now you're trying to blast me or make it seem that I'm two-faced to the public because I was one way and now I'm another way. Like, this was a horrible example. But even with that being said, there's so much shit going on in this country. And mind you, I think she did this. She just released this podcast 2 days ago, but initially this was done before the new year. Even with that, there's so much shit that Trump has done to where you're worried about Kamala laughing behind the scenes or off record compared to when she gives the answer of trying to warn people and let them know, like, hey, you need to be careful out here. Like, the argument is just dumb. And I don't know why Kara would open her mouth and basically lie because she said she was getting yelled at. No, she wasn't getting yelled at. But if you watch this whole thing, because I did, and people were even saying, like, they're like, I don't like her as the moderator, because Kara was trying to get these gotcha moments, and it was almost antagonistic. And there was moments where she was trying to overtalk Kamala, and she was like, let me finish. They just didn't mesh well. I will say that. Now, if Kara came on her show and was like, hey, I just didn't mesh well with Kamala, I would respect that because we, the people, agree. You did not mesh well. But to come on here and try to make it seem like she's two-faced, oh, well, be that person you were behind the stage. Like, it wasn't that she was not being that person. she was trying to warn the people of what's really going on in this administration, because at the end of the day, it's not a game. And even during this interview, you said, you know, she has the right to say, I told you so, because a lot of stuff that she has been saying has came into fruition. And that conversation about Kamala would have done the same thing, get the fuck out of here with that. You guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think. And again, I appreciate people who have a difference of opinion. If you think like, oh yeah, Kamala was two-faced, or you think Kara was way out of line. Because again, we give these people so much credit, like, oh, this person, I love their style, I love what they do. This was a total misstep. I knew something was wrong with this lady, and I was proven right. Love y'all, but we out. Deuces, everybody.